Yes, people, what is going on? Welcome back to another American football video. I'm obviously in my American football setup, and we're here today to not talk about the Miami Dolphins because we didn't make the playoffs, and today we are doing a playoff wildcard weekend roundup. And let's get straight into it. There's only one place we can start, and that is, of course, with the first game, which makes sense. It was the Texans versus the Colts, which the Colts won out the winners to. Now, I didn't actually have time to edit my video, but I did actually do a playoff picture, which I got 3 of the winners wrong from what actually happened, so probably for the best I didn't put it out anyway. I'm telling you now, that's all you need to know. So I actually had the Texans winning this. I thought the home field advantage would be a big factor for them, but instead they lost 7-21. Now, the Colts, I'm going to talk about them very quickly because the Colts are a name that keep getting thrown about with Luck and T.Y. Hilton and a handful of others as well. Can they make a serious push to the Super Bowl, even the championship game? No. They can battle for it, but they ain't going to get anywhere near it, to be honest with you. And that's because it all comes down to who they're playing next week. The game itself, though, let's go on to that. I mean, Houston just didn't show up. Did not show up at all. That's the main thing. The Colts were good. They were good enough. But it was mainly the fact that the Houston Texans did not turn up at all. Anytime they looked like they were getting any sort of threatening position, they it was just turnover city. Every time they got the ball, you just didn't have any real confidence that they were going to go on and do anything with it, which sounds really bad. But put it this way, if the Dolphins had been in that spot, which we probably would have been if results would have gone our way, we would have been battered by the Texans. So I'm still happy we didn't get there. But yeah, no, look, it's one of those games, isn't it? You know, it doesn't go your way, it does go your way. The Colts, I think, are more likely to make a push towards the AFC Championship game and even the Super Bowl than the Texans were. I feel that the Texans would have been completely done over by the Chiefs, which is who they play next. Little prediction for that game. I think the Chiefs are going to win it. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the Super Bowl, but you can find that out very soon, what I think is going to happen in that game. So let's go on to the next one, where better to go next than the Cowboys and the Seahawks, which finished 24-22 to the Cowboys. Now, this is a bit annoying for me, a bit gutting, because I don't call them my second team, but I just love Russell Wilson, so I did want the Seahawks to go through. But it wasn't to be. It was not to be. And the Dallas defense showed up. You know, they still conceded 22 points, fine, but they stopped it from being what could have been a lot more. Yeah, it was a typical playoff game. It was kind of end-to-end. Obviously, there was the injury, which, you know, all the best for, as we will all know and we'll all have seen. I'm not putting it in here because it's horrible. Sorry, I swore. Pardon me. It was a typical playoff game. It was end-to-end, it was back and forward. And that's what you want from these kind of games. You don't want it to be a blowout. You don't want it to be a whitewash. You know, the teams that are there for a reason. It's a very good playoff game. That's what it is. It's a very good playoff game. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to watch it live, so I only saw it afterwards. It's a very good playoff game. It's a very good playoff game. It just happened to be that the result I wanted didn't necessarily come off, and I did pick the Seahawks. That's another one that I didn't make out. But there we go. In terms of Dallas, what do I think about them? Just no. They aren't going anywhere further than the next round. To be honest with you, they are not making the Super Bowl. They're not making the championship game. Look, defense, as the phrase says, defense wins championships. I get that. I agree. But yeah, just no. They've got nothing on offense, and you need to score points. I'm a football fan. In football, you play football. You score goals. You win. You have to score more goals than the other team. The same thing is with American football. You have to score more points than the other team. And they struggled to do that against very good defences. And that's what they're coming up against next. So, they're not good. They're not making it. I'm sorry, any Dallas fans that are watching this. I'm sorry that Sports Spy, so I saw you did your predictions for the playoffs. You ain't getting there. You are not getting there. Just get over it, right? I'm sorry. So, oh, by the way, I also like the other point as well, but I'll come to that in a minute. So, we'll go to a different defence now. The one that I thought actually got a bit shafted last night. And I'm going to go for the second game that took place last night, which is the Bears and the Eagles, which all came down to a final kick from Cody Parkey, the guy who I actually had in my fantasy team for basically the entire season. I picked up Lutz as well, so either one of the two played. But Parkey, it just doesn't go well for him, does it? It continuously don't go well. He's so unlucky. He's hit the woodwork six, seven times this season, and it happened to be when it really mattered. It was a great call from the Eagles to ice the kicker, but I mean that's harsh. That really is harsh. Now, I don't think either team particularly played really well last night. I thought both defences showed up, honestly. But I still don't think the Bears defence did anywhere near what they can do. I actually had a couple of players in my fantasy team as well. They played really well, but they come up against a decent opposition. They're only a decent opposition, I'm sorry. They're going out in the next round, by the way, Philly. Get over it. They're a decent opposition, nothing more than that. And they just fluffed their lines. They really did just fluff their lines. It's annoying because I actually had them in my head going to the Super Bowl. I just thought it was going to be a really good defensive play, and their defense really, really did show up. Hicks was great. I'm really gutted actually that they haven't made it. But yeah, Philly are just going to be one of those teams that are just going to go there and they're just going to roll over. Not roll over, but they're going to disintegrate in seconds, which is not good and not what you want to see. They'll try and put up some sort of a fight, but they'll go behind and they'll never look like getting back in it, unfortunately. That's what my prediction is anyway. So they move on, the Eagles, and we move on to the last game, or the third game, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, between the Ravens and the Chargers. Now, I've left this one last for a reason, right? Everyone had the Ravens winning at home. Everyone forgot that the Chargers are 8-0 on the road in the regular season. Now, all this season, 9-0 on the road. They love playing outside LA. And this is what I've said from day dot of the playoff conversation or whatever, because it was very obvious that either the Chiefs or the Chargers were going to miss out. We all knew it was going to happen just which one was it. Unfortunately, it was the Chargers, which actually works better for the Chargers. Obviously, they've moved in the last couple of years, right? So the playoff home advantage, to be honest with you, I don't think means a lot to them, because it's still a brand new fan base and it's still trying to get it all, blah, 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 blah. It's very different, very, very different. That's how I feel anyway. And that's the vibe that I got when the Chargers come over to London. It was just like playing anywhere. But in this game, Lamar Jackson is what stole the show, and Flacco and Harbaugh, and obviously as Dolphins fans, let's talk about Flacco and Harbaugh coming to us. Flacco apparently said goodbye to Baltimore last night after the game, and I think he could be coming to Florida. I really do. I think we can pay him the money as well, because we need someone, because Tannehill's crap. But we already knew that. In terms of this game, Lamar Jackson is a very young QB. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. You're probably not going to be watching this, but sod it. I've done it now. It's his birthday today. He's young. He's 22 years of age today. He was 21. He was the youngest ever quarterback to play in a postseason game. Right? Ever. Oh, sorry, starting a postseason game, I should say. Sorry. Starting a postseason game. He's done amazingly well. He carried that Baltimore team for a good few weeks. Right, a good few weeks. It's just happened to be that the Chargers really showed up. Really showed up on defense. And they couldn't get anything going. The wind was a problem. The running game, they knew how to counter, which stopped Jackson from running the ball as much as he loves to. That's the problem. His big threat got taken away from him. And it's not a case of anything he's done wrong. It's because of something that they did unbelievably right in LA for the Chargers. They knew what they had to do. They worked on it all week, and they got players in to stop the run. Not any old run, Jackson's run. And that was a problem. There was never that get out of jail free card that he has so many times, which for a young QB is massive. But he needs to be more experienced, and he will get there. He's very young. I keep saying this. I think he's a really great QB. I had him in my fantasy team as well. Him and Brady were my 2 QBs. I like him. I think he's quality. I think he can go somewhere. But all the Baltimore fans that were getting on his back towards the, 3/4 way through the game and said, oh, Flacco should have done this, Flacco should have done that. Flacco would not have been able to throw the ball as well as he can previously because the wind was a really, really big factor. Get it into your heads. But Baltimore lost this game, went out. The Chargers have progressed. Right, now, let's go into it. Let's go on to all the games that are coming up this weekend. Or, sorry, next weekend, I should say. Coming up in the next round. Here we go. Divisional round. We have the Chiefs against the Colts. Very quick fire, these. Chiefs are winning this game. Rams against the Cowboys. The Rams defense is going to show up and shut down every single bit of the Dallas offense. Get it into your head now. Someone like Ndamukong Suh and Donald and all those kind of people, you're getting done over. Just get it into your head now. Offense, you may not score a great amount of points, truthfully. I don't think this is going to be a great game. But if you're a fan of defense, this is going to be a cracker, right? Get it into your heads. Patriots against Chargers. Foxborough is a big factor. Is a big, big factor. Probably because I'm a Dolphins fan. I have them losing. Because I'm just going to say this now, the Patriots, not the Dolphins, bless us. The Patriots have gone into the postseason the last, 8-9 years, and have always had basically the first seed. Now they haven't got the first seed, and they're going to struggle. They're at home this game, however, they know in their heads they have to go to Arrowhead, at least. They have to go to Arrowhead. Because we all know that the Chiefs are going to win this game against the Colts. Because they've just got points and points and points and points and points. That could be a really good game, actually. Patriots are going to struggle. And I think the Chargers defense is going to show up. And it's going to be Rivers against Brady. Brady possibly his last one. Possibly. I wouldn't like to see it, honestly. I don't like the Patriots, but I do kind of want to see Brady out on a high. He's a good player. Get over it. But I do have the Chargers winning this game just. Probably because I'm a Dolphins fan, but there we are. Saints, Eagles. Saints are one of the best teams in football, I don't care. They are probably the best team in football, I will not argue. I won't argue against them, they're the best team in football. The Eagles are not getting anywhere near them. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not. They might be different if they had Carson Wentz, but they don't. Sorry, they're not getting anywhere near them. Defense, who I had in fantasy, again, they do enough. They don't get a massive amount of points against them. They don't have a massive amount of takeovers and turnovers and takeaways and all this shit. I swore again, apologise. But they are going to do the business. They are going to do the business in the Saints. They're going to stop them as much as they need to. And the offense, having a week off to rest, are going to be fully ready to go this week. Basically, a fully healthy offense. And you're in problems. I'm sorry, Philly, you're in problems. Your defence of your Super Bowl stops here. So, that is it from me. Thank you all very much for watching. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. I'm not going to do the playoff picture video because it's already like halfway through and I got 3 of them wrong anyway. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what's going to happen in these games because I'm really interested and I can't wait to sit down next week and watch them all. So thank you very much for watching. If you are new here around here, make sure you subscribe. There we are. And I'll see you back for loads more American football content, Dolphins content, so much more. Also, I think I'm going to do stuff from the Pro Bowl. If you want me to do stuff from the Pro Bowl, please put it down in the comments if you do or if you don't. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. And I can't really say fins up, so cheers for watching.